still on the prison because now this is where it's about to get ugly. I know your thoughts on homosexuality. I've listened to a lot of your
what they got to do with the school to prison pipe?
Because it has a whole lot.
She threw homosexuality into the school to prison pipeline. Damn, you good. I don't know how that links.
It has a whole lot because look at what a lot of these men that's in prison go through with being raped, with being tainted. Some of them go in already knowing that, and some of them come out not knowing what it was until they went in. Now, my question to you is, knowing how your feelings on homosexuality is, and knowing what some of these men have gone through, and with you wanting to open a school, for some of these children that are quote-unquote homosexual, will they be allowed into the schools that you're going to open?
First, let me back up, because I don't want anybody...
Don't back up yet. Answer the question.
I am, but hold.
No.
No. You said that you know my position on homosexuality.
Yes,
I don't know whether you do or not, but I know your listeners don't. So I'm going to take 10 seconds to clarify it. Dr. Umar Johnson does not support, condone, nor endorse lesbianism, bisexualism, transvestitism, all the isms I'm against.
Okay.
However, I can separate the behavior from the human being practicing it. You talking to a therapist. I've done therapy with homosexuals. I don't hate gay people. I love all black people regardless
of their...
No, listen. I love all black people regardless of their illness. Yes, I'm against homosexuality, but I'm not against the person who practices it, because all black homosexuality, lesbianism, transvestism, bisexualism comes out of trauma and abuse and dysfunctionality. How can I hate a victim?
Okay. So will they be allowed?
Did I answer your question? Sure, they can come to my school. Listen, ain't no such thing as gay black kids. They're sexually confused black children, and FDMG will reverse the confusion.
Y'all not gonna be gay no. Still on the prison because now this
children, and FDMG will reverse the confusion.
Y'all not gonna be gay no more.
No, you're missing me. They not gay to begin with. It's propagated. It's pushed on them. I'm school-based. Talking to a principal and a psychologist.
Wait. How do you feel it's school-based?
Oh, so you're not aware that most, especially in New York City, okay, and Los Angeles and other places, homosexuality has been infused into the social studies curriculum in nearly every state department of education. Every child gets some exposure to homosexuality.
As of now, yes. As of now.
It's a part of the culture.
Now, yes.
It's in hip-hop, it's TV, it's radio. Children today, unlike how I was growing up, they are exposed to it. It is propagated.
Go back to hip-hop. Tell me, how is it hip-hop?
Well, you got gay rappers.
Okay.
You got rappers dressing up like women. Most major rappers have endorsed or approved of LBGTism even if they don't participate.
Okay.
Now, don't get me wrong. I don't think they all really believe it, but they understand that that is the new social movement, and to go against it can cost you your career.
Correct.
You understand? So listen, when I was going to school, you didn't get gay lessons. When I was going to school, there was no gay student organization. When I was going to school, you didn't have teachers running around talking about they was openly gay. Okay, you didn't have a president, Obama, running around giving gay people more rights in 4 years than black people got in 400. It is the number one social movement in America,
but you
and
act
it is
like you're
more
upset
important
that he
than
did
black
that.
people.
You act like you're upset he did that.
You damn right I'm upset.
Why?
Gay people didn't build America. Black people built America.
Okay, black people built America.
That's right. Being gay and being black is not the same thing. I'm born this. I don't behave this, I be this. Homosexuality is a behavior. Being black is a state of being. Don't confuse who I am with what you do.
No one's confusing anything, but what I'm saying is this. They're still human like you.
They can be human.
Well, no, let's take away all gender roles and all
He didn't give them human
labels.
rights. He gave them gay rights. He didn't give them human rights.
But they're still human. It's still a
He
right.
didn't give them human rights. Do you know what Obama did? He put the homosexual agenda above the black agenda. Being gay is more important than Michael Brown being murdered. Being gay is more important than Trayvon being murdered. Being gay is more important than your son getting a decent edge. Oh, yes, it is.
No, because
yes,
guess what?
Homosexuality is the number one social movement under white
supremacy. It is the number one social movement. Yes. But what happened when you had those homosexuals and those transvestites that were getting killed that were black? Were their lives no better than Michael Brown or Trayvon Martin's? They're still the same. No, I'm
missing something.
I'm not missing anything.
They was killed for being black. Do you realize that white
they were killed for their sexuality. They were killed for their sexuality. Let's not confuse the two. Let's not confuse the two.
No,
I'm not confusing it.
Race and sex is different.
No, race and sex is different. But guess what? They were still black. They were still black.
You're going to point. They wasn't killed for being gay. They was killed for being black. You're going to point out a couple. Listen to you now.
Listen to me. No, listen to you.
Listen to
How is that ridiculous?
Listen, I'm about to give it to you. Black people, there's a black person shot by a police every 7 minutes in the United States of America. But instead of dealing with a systematic nationwide movement to kill off black boys, you want to redirect my attention to a couple of gay black folks who may have been shot for being gay when we got a systematic movement that is ridding the world of black folks.
It was a systematic movement when it came to the LGBT community.
Make the homosexual movement as important as black lives.
I'm not saying I'm making it more important. What I'm saying is black lives matter, all lives matter, right or wrong.
No.
Why?
Listen.
Why?
If you want to fight for other people, you fight for other people. I'm not crying no tears except for black people. No tears except for.
Okay, I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna shed a tear.
I ain't crying for Latinos. I ain't crying for Arabs. I ain't crying for Jews. It is my people who hurt. Don't get me to go fight some gay fight.
Guess what?
People in trouble, and you want to fight the gay
fight. But your people, some of your African people are gay.
Being black first.
They suffer from being black first. Okay, they're still black.
I'm not going to condone.
They're still black.
I'm not going to condone.
They're still black.
But you are missing the point.
I'm not missing the point.
The issue that we face is racism, not discrimination based on sexuality. That is not the priority. Staying alive is the priority for black people, not being gay.
But guess what? Regardless if they're gay or they're straight, they're still losing their lives as black people. So why is it?
I just said that. Black people are under attack, but you want to piece out the gay thing.
I'm not piecing out the gay thing. I'm trying to say to you that regardless of the fact of not.
The homosexual movement, my sister, was put in front of the black agenda in 1969 with the gay riots, right after Dr. King's assassination, on purpose to take the black agenda off the table and replace it with something else.
I don't think the black agenda came off. I don't think the black agenda came off. I don't think the black agenda came off. I don't think the black agenda came off.
Really?
No.
Who pushing a black agenda then? Who pushing a black agenda? Because everybody I know pushing homosexuality.
No.
Obama didn't push it.
What everybody is doing now is they're free to be open and be who they are.
Your listeners, ain't no homosexual thing more important than black people. Quote it, put it on the shirt, damn it. Nobody come before my people. I don't want to talk about.
But guess what? Some of your people are still gay.
So what? That don't make that issue more important than the fact that black people suffer from white supremacy. Our biggest issue ain't being gay. Our biggest issue is being black.
Regardless of the fact, I think you're missing the point. Honestly.
Is there another question?
No, we're going to stay on this question. Because it's okay for me to hear your point, but you just don't want to hear my point.
And I think it's ridiculous.
And I think your way of thinking for that is ridiculous.
Compare the gay agenda with the black agenda.
It's not an agenda. It's not an agenda.
It is an agenda.
It is not an agenda.
It is an agenda.
Okay, so if it's not
you must know nothing on the history of the gay struggle. You must
Seriously?
know nothing on the political history of the gay struggle.
Sometimes
sit here and say it's not an agenda.
Everything is not politically farce as you might want to make it seem.
For real? So the gay thing,
I think you're exaggerating that.
So I can give you facts on mine.
I can give you facts on mine, but you won't give me a word in.
The gay agenda. The United States government. Explain it?
Yeah.
Money goes from the government towards gay issues.
Which fact action of the government?
The federal government gives money to homosexual organizations to advocate for our rights.
Okay. It does not affect about doing my research. It's the fact that the same way the LGBT community came in is the same way the African community
So
came
let me
in.
get this right.
No.
We have a
Guess what?
situation
I can let
where
you
black
speak.
males are
If
being
we're going to have an open
incarcerated.
dialogue, let's have an open dialogue.
Where black women have one of the highest infant mortality rates in the world. We got a situation where black teenagers are the first fired and the last hired in a country where a merchant would rather hire a child who doesn't even speak English than hire a black child because of racism and stereotypes. And with all the hell we got going on in black America, we're going to spend a greater part of the rest of your broadcast talking about gay issues when black folks are catching hell.
I just made
You,
the
my
point.
dear, has made homosexuality more important than black people.
No,
by
it's the
virtue
one
of
thing,
your
you know, Dr. Umar, let's be fair about this. When you don't want to talk about something, I know this
We
like
can
how you
talk
try
about it, but
we
there's
can
a lot
talk
of
about it.
issues.
There's a lot of issues, but this was one of my questions.
I done already told you, I don't support it, and it's not more important than being black. I don't know what more you want me to say. I told you the gay kids can come to my school because they're not gay anyway. They just being brainwashed by a social movement that wants to replace black agenda with gay agenda.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. If that's your strategy, what have you done present day to help alleviate this?
Alleviate what?
Alleviate this disorder you claim they have.
Alleviate homosexuality.
Correct.
Do you know you go to jail for even talking about that you're going to do some therapy that will reverse some sort of homosexuality?
But you just said that in your school, that's what you're going to do.
I don't have to give them, no. In my school, they will be exposed to what being a black man is and being exposed to what being a black woman is, and they will love it so much that the homosexual confusion that public school and TV and media put in them will automatically go by the wayside.
Okay,
I
so
don't have to do nothing special but expose them to the truth.
Okay, well,
Do you know what the word truth is?
expose
It
this.
means goodness of faith.
Expose this